Chinese President Hu Jintao has called for an end to unreasonable trade restrictions on developing countries. Speaking in Singapore during the APEC summit, he also said that the inherent problems of the international economic system had not been fully addressed and expressed his concern that a full economic recovery still faced many uncertainties. His words come just days before a landmark visit to China by US President Barack Obama. However, Hu Jintao made no mention of China's currency policy. Washington has been pressuring Beijing to let the yuan rise against the US dollar. Obama has said he will raise this issue on his visit to China, which begins on Sunday. Early snowstorms that have hit northern China, including the capital Beijing, have resulted in 38 deaths so far. China's Civil Affairs Ministry said Friday that the unusual weather conditions caused thousands of buildings to collapse and destroyed almost 500,000 acres of winter crops. Traffic accidents claimed 19 lives, and in Hebei province, 3 primary school children died after heavy snow caused the roof of their canteen to fall in. The snowfall has been the heaviest in some provinces since records began after the founding of the People's Republic in 1949. The ministry estimated economic losses from the storms at over $650 million US. In some areas, snow was induced through artificial cloud seeding to alleviate a severe drought in the north of the country. China's government has denied the existence of unofficial detention centres known as black jails. A Ministry of Foreign Affairs statement issued on Thursday said categorically there are no such black jails in China. The denial came in response to a report issued by the New York-based group Human Rights Watch, which claims petitioners are frequently held incommunicado in illegal detention centres in Beijing and other cities before being forced home. It said most of the victims came from rural areas to Beijing to seek redress for abuses carried out by local officials. However, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs insisted that citizens with complaints about the government could appeal through normal and legal channels and their legitimate rights would be protected. The 53-page report claims the black jails emerged after the government repealed laws in 2003, which allowed police to detain non-residents and vagrants. Computer manufacturer Dell has announced its entry into the smartphone market. It has signed a deal with China's biggest wireless carrier, China Mobile, to sell the Dell Mini 3, a keyboardless touchscreen phone that runs the Google Android operating system. The phone will also be launched in Brazil later this year. In China, the Mini 3 will be part of China's Mobile's forthcoming O-Phone line. The deal comes just weeks after the official arrival of Apple's iPhone, which is sold exclusively by China Mobile's smaller rival, China Unicom. Like the first legitimate iPhones in China, the first Mini 3s won't have Wi-Fi due to a government ban on the technology. However, Chinese technology to provide Wi-Fi services for both phones is planned to be introduced in the future. 2 people have been reported dead in China after being vaccinated against the H1N1 influenza. However, a spokesman for the Ministry of Health, Deng Haihua, who made the announcement on Friday, did not give any further details about the victims. The ministry website said an autopsy showed that one of the patients died of a sudden cardiac arrest. Deng added that medical experts had basically ruled out the possibility that the patient's sudden death was the result of immediate allergic reactions to the flu vaccines. However, doctors were still awaiting more lab results. An autopsy of the second person is underway. Chinese electrical appliance company Haier and the state-owned Cuban electronic group GCE are to set up a joint company in Cuba to produce televisions. Production is scheduled to begin in early 2010. The new company will also produce laptops and other electrical appliances. Haier has had a television assembly plant on the Caribbean islands since 2004. GCE chief Oscar Pacheco Rivero said the venture would make Cuba independent of expensive imports. China's Haier is the 4th largest producer of electrical appliances in the world. And that's the BON headlines for now, but we'll be back with more news after this.